What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bailey B. I am the Enlightened Entertainer. I like to entertain and educate at the same time with the purpose to inspire you to be your best self. Today, I am getting ready to talk to you about how to stay consistently positive. Stay tuned. In today's video, what we're talking about is how to extend your level of positivity. And the reason why I'm talking about this today, I had a good friend of mine by the name of Quayshawn. He was asking me the other day, he was saying, B, like, is it really realistic to be positive or stay positive all the time? And, I told him that, it's a two-part answer. So a lot of times when I start thinking, it's not very easy for me to think in one way. My mind works where I have to have A, B, C, and D, and E, F, G, and then connect all the dots for things to make sense for me. So what I told him that this was a two-part answer. And what I told him was that, can you remain consistently positive over a long period of time? And I told him yes. And I told him that the way that you go about doing this is, make sure you guys remind me, I got a tool for you to actually extend your positivity and how to go about developing your ability to stay positive through a long extended period of time. But what I was telling Quayshawn was that you got to develop your positive energy or your vibe throughout a long period of time. So that means that each and every day you have to start stacking positivity on top of each other. If it's not growing, then it's dying. So what I was just basically explaining to him that it is realistic to be positive most of the time. When I say most of the time, I want to say 90% of the time, 98, 95% of the time, yes, you can remain positive. And the way that you do that is that you realize that being positive or being happy is nothing more than a choice, and that you got to be able to snap yourself right into that choice or that way of thinking. And so what I told him that what happens sometimes is that, we'll be having life experiences and different things might come up where we're not able to be positive and we get down on ourselves. Well, honestly and truly, it's not realistic that you're going to be positive 100% of the time. The weather's not sunny 100% of the time. And oftentimes different situations and circumstances might come up in your life where you're just not able to consistently be happy. And what I tell people all the time is that you have to honor that part of yourself. If you're not feeling your best, it's okay. Honor that part of yourself. If you're feeling down, it's okay to feel down in that moment, but don't stay down. If you're feeling upset about something, it's okay to be upset, but don't stay upset. And that's the trick. I think a lot of times people go through situations and they continuously self-sabotage or continue to prick at the wound that has happened to them in life, and they continue to experience the pain. Yes, pain is there, but it's not necessary for you to continue to go through it. I also think about, I was studying the other day about people who've been through traumatic situations, such as myself, and just different things in life, and how I've personally made the choice to continue living and breathing and being okay with different things that have happened to me. Because a lot of times we try to go back and change it. I wish this hadn't happened. I wish that had not happened to me. But you can't change what has happened, but you can change the way that you perceive and think about it. So what is this all about? Can you stay 100% happy all the time? No. But you can remain happy and positive a large percentage of the time. And I'm going to tell you how to do that shortly. But the two-part answer to this question is you're not going to remain happy and positive all the time. That's unrealistic. Going back to my example of what I was talking about in regards to the weather. The weather's not always sunny. It's not always bright each and every day. The weather's always changing. So it's not realistic that you're going to stay positive all the time. But it is realistic that when you feel yourself not being positive or you're not feeling at your best, that you can snap yourself back into the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So being realistically positive 110% of the time is not true. But you can remain positive the majority of the time. And where I found this out to be true was I started reading this book called The Power of Positive Thinking when I was at South Carolina State. And I completely changed my way of talking and speaking. I learned that your thoughts and your words and your actions become things. And a lot of times when people get into this personal development field or self-help, they go over the board. We become extremists. I was an extremist when when it comes to positivity. Oh man, I wouldn't curse. I wouldn't say nothing negative. I wouldn't even have a negative thought because I started to believe that anything that you do or anything that you say will become whole. And I didn't want no negativity coming to me at all. But as I continued to move along my awakening or my enlightened journey, what I learned was that if you ever look at the yin yang symbol, there is a dual nature to reality. There's a hot and a cold, a up and a down, a left and a right, a masculine and a feminine. And there's a good and a bad that exists in order for us to experience it. And so to honor that darkness and light within myself, I stopped battling with myself, going back and forth and trying to remain positive all the time. So that's one of the things I want to encourage you all to do, is that just realize that being positive all the time is unrealistic. A lot of times people come to me like, B, you're pretty much happy all the time. And I am most of the time, but not all the time. You guys, my girlfriend, I'm not happy all the time, but most of the time I am. Most of the time I am very positive. But I'm telling you all this so that you can look at yourselves and look at your life realistically and understand that there's nothing wrong with feeling however you're feeling in certain situations when things happen to you. But the key is not to stay stuck in that feeling. And I'm going to give you a tool. That's what I forgot. I almost forgot. You know what? You stay tuned, and I'm going to give you a tool to continue to build your positivity over the long haul. Just stay tuned. I got this for you. A way that you build up your energy vibration or your positive vibes consistently is begin with the end in mind. Right before you go to bed at night, start to imagine how you want to feel at the end of tomorrow's night. So say today is Sunday. So when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to imagine feeling how I would like to feel at the end of Monday or at the end of Monday's night. So as I'm laying in bed tonight, I'm going to cultivate or feel like I would feel as if I had lived my dream life on Monday. And as you wake up, you'll actually wake up in that vibration. When you go to sleep, you want to go to sleep in the vortex or the vibe that you want to create for the next day. So begin with the end in mind. One cool way, again, to stack your positive vibes in order to be positive over a long time is to begin with the end in mind. When you're going to sleep at night, get yourself into the feeling that you would like to be in at the end of the next day. Once again, it's Bailey B. I am the Enlightened Entertainer. Make sure you like, share, and comment on this video. Make sure you go to my Instagram page and follow me at Bailey B Inspires. And stay tuned. Peace.